What's up, everybody? Time for your Cleveland Cutting Board Weekend Shop update. It's been another awesome week. The big thing this week has been the 16 by 24 inch by 1.5 thick hard maple edge grain cutting boards with the finger grooves for my big customer. I have to have 50 of those delivered by next Friday. I've got 38, I have 38 done, or real close to being done. I'll have that, I plan to have all that wrapped up by Tuesday, Wednesday this coming week, having oil and ready for loaded up Thursday night, delivered Friday morning. That's been the biggest thing this week. I've also got the tray done for the yacht club for the Commodore. Got that all done, got that delivered today. The October Secret Sign of the Month went to my English teacher from 5th grade. Her sister had ordered something, so I just piggybacked the gift on for her. Awesome lady, learned a lot from her as a young guy. She was one of those teachers that was firm but very fair, and I've always appreciated her for that. And not to mention, I know her personally now. It's one of those things where if you told me 40 years ago that you'd be hanging out with your teacher at the time and having drinks and doing shots, I would laugh at you. So, but no, Heidi's an awesome lady. So I've had some great teachers growing up, and she was one of them. So I was honored to be able to make her a sign and give that to her to show my appreciation. And that's been pretty much it. I did get an order for, I think a couple orders for a total of 6 of the charcuterie wine glass holders. Those are not done, but they are back there in the CNC machine. They've been cut out. They just need to be sanded, edged, oiled, and engraved, and all that good stuff. So those will go out next week as well. And that has been it. I've been just pushing on this big order because I got to get these 50 boards delivered this coming week, and then I have to work on the 60 serving boards. Those are 17 by 9 pillow-shaped juice groove, and then a custom logo for the company who's given them to their employees as holiday gifts. So those got to be done by November 1st. So knock out that 50 boards for my big order, finish that up, switch gears, jump right into the 60 boards for them, and then deliver them, and then fall back to the other 50 of the big hard maple boards due on December 1st. So push. Also, at the end of this month, Mustang's going in storage, the Harley's going in storage. We got the pool closed up. I've got to start getting things ready for the winter time. Don't let this weather fool you right now, because in a month there could be a foot of flipping snow here. You never know. So that's been the big shop work. I had teased last week about an announcement, and that announcement is I have officially quit my day job. I am no longer an employee of the city of Vermillion. 7 years, it was 7 years in August, so a little over 7 years I was there. 3 of the 4 departments. Learned a lot, made some great friends, but it was time to move on. Just know what to say. It was my time. I was really kind of missing being in construction management. So I've had 3 or 4 interviews over the last 6 months, nothing I really cared for. I found a company, I got a couple interviews with them and came to agreement, and I'm really excited to go and work for them. This is one of those companies that I have never experienced so many people that have called and told me or messaged me that said, hey, I've worked with that company, they're a great company, so I'm really excited to get back into that atmosphere of project management. So that's it, no more city jobs. So if your toilets are backed up or your water's not working or you got a bitch about a road, I'm not the guy to call anymore. So I wish the Mayor Jim Forthofer, and Amy, the finance director, and I wish all the guys at the sewer plant, I wish them the best of luck. They have their hands, they got a lot ahead of them. That plant is very outdated. The city's known about it for years. They're finally doing something about it. The right people are involved finally. Jim's on top of it, Amy is involved. So, there's some big changes going on there. Hopefully a new plant, not a remodel, but out of my hands now. So anyway, best of wish to all those guys. Best of luck to all those guys. Best wishes to those guys. You know what I mean. On this week's small shop shout out goes to Erie Undercoating and Auto Detailing. Eric over there at the shop on Route 60. I'll put the address right here for you as usual. If you are not from the north, where with cold weather climates where we get salt on the roads when it snows and ice, what a lot of people do is they'll have their cars undercoated. That goes through and it seals everything, keep the rust down. Sure. So a lot of people undercoat it. I've had it done in the past. I'm going to have Eric do my car to help keep that taken care of. So Erie Undercoating and Auto Detailing on Route 60 in Vermilion. Check him out. Great guy. I just over there his shop today. Great shop, very well prepared. So if you need your car undercoated, he's your guy. And finally, in this week's episode of Dumb Shit People Say to Small Business Owners is, why do I have to give a deposit? Can I just pay you when the job is done? Well, for me, if you're ordering a stock product, just a plain Jane 12 by 18 hard maple board, payment in the end's fine, because if you ghost me, I can sell to somebody else. But if you want something that's got custom engraving, you want a bunch, I have to go design work. I don't charge for design work. I'm probably gonna have to next year. I'll figure out some way, because there's people that all spend 2 hours going back and forth to make the design just right for them, so that takes time. The other thing too is when you order something, especially we'll talk about cutting boards, you order a cutting board and you want a custom laser engraving, whether it be a small one in the corner or a big one in the middle. If I do all that work and you change your mind or you disappear and I get stuck with it, now I got a board I can't sell. I have to take more time, sand it down. So now by sanding off the laser engraving, I'm cutting it thinner than its stock size. So it's taking me time, and then I can't sell the product for as much. So that's why I ask for deposits on custom cutting boards and things like that. For furniture, you know, your average table, dining room table I build is between $5,000 and $7,000. If you have a table, let's say $6,000, chances are material is going to be close to $3,000. That's not just wood, but that's wood, your glue, your oils, your stains, your top coats, foam brushes, whatever I'm needing to finish it. There's also there's sandpaper. You know, I bet you I go through $30 to $50 worth of sandpaper on a big dining room table. You can spend $50 to $100 on oils and varnishes and polyurethanes and things like that. That all adds up. If I'm doing floating tenant, well, all my tables have floating tenants. There's another $25 to $50 for floating tenants. Wear and tear and saw blades. I have a guy that comes out every other week and picks up saw blades and takes them to have them sharpened for me. So those things add up. So what I do is not to mention when I'm building a custom table, I have a lot of time up front meeting with you, the client, talking about design, shapes, just going back and forth and working out the details. So there's time there. So when I do a big table like that, a big project, maybe a dining room table, a hall table, end tables, piece of furniture, regardless, when I do something like that, I require 50% down, 25% when I'm halfway done, and then the last 25% when I'm done on delivery. So to do all that work and then have someone at the very end go, nah, I don't like it, or that's not what I wanted, or just not call you back, or say, hey, I bought something else, forget it, and you're stuck with this table. And for me, my biggest problem is space. I don't have space to be sitting on all this. If I had room, I'd have 3 or 4 tables sitting around you could come pick out any time, but I don't have that. So that's why people want deposits up front, to protect themselves and get money up front for materials. Especially if it's a product, I got a lady call about a sapele table, so it's a lot I carry sapele, but it's a lot, so, or oak. I don't carry a lot of white oak. I buy white oak as projects require. It's not a stock item because I use it for cutting boards. I use it strictly for just furniture or boat pieces. So if you want an oak table, which I've done 3 this past year, I buy that as needed because, of course, space. So that's why I ask for deposits up front to protect me and protect you. And if you're going with me or a contractor doing work on your house or whatever, I always make sure I have something in writing. So if I'm building a $6,000 table, we're going to sit down, we're going to write it all out. The date, the value amount, how much you gave me, the design of the product, what to be expected, the estimated delivery date, all that's in writing. So I'm protected and you're protected as well. So I've been very fortunate. I've never had anyone come back on me or have a problem with it, but you definitely want to write something down. So if you're hiring a plumber off the street to work on something, get it in writing and be wary of your deposit. I actually will, if I get a deposit for material, I will go buy the material. I'll send you a picture of it, say this is yours. I'll document it so you do have proof down the line. So anyway, that's it for this week's Cleveland Cutting Board Weekend Shop Update. Hope everybody has a great week, and I'll see you on Wednesday for Whiskey and Wood Talk.